Welcome to Serenity Productions.
Morgana? Ghosty? We're here. Please tell me you have good news.
We found it. Took a bit and a lot of translating, but we learned how to use it.
Hellion. It took us a month after to find that damn thing.
Hush and stop complaining. At least we found it now. And you were right. The ruin is so old and hasn't been used in centuries. In fact, the last known recording of it being used was when the portals first started showing up.
No wonder why we never thought about it. Ghosty, do you remember why I got this tattoo?
And I still stand by my statement. That is one of the weirdest tattoo parlors in New Orleans.
Maybe not. New Orleans is a big practitioner of old and lost magics. In fact, most of the Wiccans that came up from the islands were the old magic that were never lost.
Well, then you seem to know more than I do about that. Either way, I still reached out to a friend of ours from down there. Which is why I was able to get this.
And what is that dust-covered thing?
It's one of the oldest Wiccan texts. Written all in Runic and Old Speech. Which is why it took a while to get any real answers. Getting your hands on one of these is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And not even the pen has a copy of this book.
Should I not be telling Eris where we got this from?
If you wouldn't mind. I do have to return it, and the only reason why I'm allowed to have this is because I'm an honorary member.
Understood. So what did the dusty old book tell you?
Well, the ruin was one of the core ones that was just created way back in the day. But because it was just general in its use, more singular ruins were created.
Knew that.
Well, did you know that ruins were meant to be used with certain materials and not just cast on their own in order to unlock the ruin's full potential?
No, I didn't know that. I just thought you had to draw the ruin.
Yes, the ruin in and of itself will work if you have inner magic in you, or you ink it to your soul and body like the pen does. But pair a certain ruin with the right materials and you get something that is very powerful. And very draining.
Probably why no one really uses them anymore.
Especially in the mundane. That type of power is hard to hide or contain. This ruin and material combo purges all negative energies from the body, curses, hexes.
Race.
It can even detect if something is turning into a soulless. Honestly, I don't know why we would have lost this.
Well, maybe it was a wraith that found out.
You think they hid it?
How else would everyone just magically forget about a ruin that's that strong and powerful? I don't even think the Hellhounds remember this ruin.
Fair point. Maybe you should join the investigation team.
No, we're not researchers. This was a one-time thing and we're never doing this again.
I don't know. Wendy makes the glasses look good.
Alright, focusing please. What is this great material that we have to find?
Well, that's where it gets tricky, and probably why the ruin wasn't used all that much.
Why am I not gonna like this part?
Painite.
Excuse me?
That's the material. Raw painite.
I'm sorry, did you just say the material that we have to use with the ruin is the rarest gemstone in history? They only a rare few have ever been found, and it's one of the most expensive gems in the world?
Yep.
And how do you expect us to get our hands on one of those?
Well, you can ask nicely, I guess.
There's no way you have a rare... Ghosty, where did you get that?
It's rare on the mundane. But did you know that if you're really good friends with the Gorgons, they actually have caves full of the stuff? Just no one ever asks them.
How?
Uncle knows a few families on the coastal caves and asks nicely. It's amazing the friendships you can form with people once you get over the stereotypes.
So do we need to use the whole thing? I mean, that's a pretty big piece for just one use.
Oh no, we don't have to use all of that. I just figured we have a Wendigo that's extremely strong. Maybe they can break it into smaller pieces?
You know I just don't bring them here to do muscle work, right? Also, hello? Vampire right here.
Well, if you two want to have a contest of strength, be my guest. We just need them in smaller pieces.
I could have done that too, you know.
Well, you can help them because we got 2 more big pieces to break. While you're doing that, Ghosty and I are going to start etching the ruins onto them. We should be able to get about 15 going, but the etching process takes time.
Why's that?
Magic takes time. Some things happen quickly, but the amount of energy we'll need to put into each ruin is insane. So we can maybe get 2 done a week?
A week?
Listen, do you want it to be done right or quick? Because you can't have both.
I want it done right.
Well, then gain a little more patience. Besides, you could use the time anyway.
What do you mean?
Well, you're gonna need another nest to try this out on. So maybe you could start tracking one down? I mean, someone has to test this out, Wendy. And I think you two are the most qualified right now.
Oh, shit.